Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Criterion Connection. I'm Wade,
And I'm Joe.
and we're here to talk about, oh, surprise, surprise, a new David Lynch film came out on the Criterion Collection called Inland Empire. It's his last feature film. I mean, I guess if you want to be, you can say Twin Peaks: The Return. It's like an 18-hour long movie, but this is his last feature film from 2006, starring Laura Dern. Um,
Justin Thoreau.
Justin Thoreau. I was gonna say Balthasar Getty, but no, it's Justin Thoreau. Two different people, and Jeremy Irons,
Harry Dean Stanton.
Harry Dean Stanton.
Rest in peace.
There's also Terry Crews, isn't it? I found out Terry
briefly,
Crews is has a cameo. I forget her name, but the mother from Laura Palmer's mother is in it.
Mm-hmm.
She's the Polish woman that you were talking about earlier. A couple. Also, William H. Macy is in there for one little part.
Yeah, another small little thing.
The mother from Step Brothers is in there. I forget her name.
Mary Steenburgen.
That's it.
Or Steenburger.
Yeah. Bunch of rabbits are in it.
Yeah.
So you described it best. It's the lynchiest film that's ever lynched.
It's a 3-hour David Lynch
It's
movie.
a 3-hour David Lynch movie where he's it's like the most independently made David Lynch film, but it's his last film after doing so many cinematic movies. It's so, I mean,
it reminds me of that Dogma movement from the 90s.
It starts out with a bunch of people with blurred out faces. So I'm like, I knew I'm in for a journey. And also, it's the first hour is kind of like you kind of know what's going on. And then after that, once she starts getting not knowing what reality is and what's on set or what's in the film or filming, that's where you get completely lost.
So, just real fast, we have our sliding scale of Lynch movies.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, I forgot we did that last time.
Where we have on one side your eraser heads, and then on the other side more like Elephant Man and like a straight story.
Yeah.
This is the new.
It broke the scale.
It's the new Lynch extreme.
Yes.
This is the most Lynch one that I've seen.
It's basically like it seemed like okay. So I don't know if I read this on Wikipedia.
Is it the scene by scene thing?
He did not have a finished script when he did this. He just got a camcorder, which is funny because me and Condish, we did that with a thing called Amethyst, where I had the idea of let's just get a camera and let's just film stuff in the woods. Yeah. He just took a camera and said, I'm just going to film Laura Dern doing stuff. It's also really weird seeing standard definition, shot on video quality shots of Jeremy Irons.
Yeah. For
some reason, it's really weird. And also it makes it more unsettling and odd, like the scene with Laura Palmer's mother, one of the beginning scenes, first scene with Laura Dern,
where she her neighbor,
yes,
comes in and meets her, and then has this very awkward conversation.
Yes.
So Lynch employs not just the handheld, the shot on video. It's a lot of these shots are just aggressively close.
Yes.
And it's a great technique for making it very unsettling. Partnering that with the dialogue and how kind of stilted, and it just seems so disconnected from reality.
Yes.
That it's just really offsetting.
And it's set in Polish. It's kind of like Poland, but it's not really. It's kind of like it feels like it's some European country.
Yeah, it's like L.A. and Poland.
Yeah,
pretty much.
And the nether regions. I don't know, there's not nether regions, the netherworld. Sorry about that. Scott over here in the background is laughing. The rabbit stuff. Yeah, that feels like a completely short film he made. He's like, I'm gonna shoehorn it. Yeah.
So the rabbits was a web.
He shoehorned that thing, and you're like, how's this work? And then it does, and you're like, Yeah. Also the laugh tracks. I mean, that's my review of the movie is laugh track. Uncomfortable laugh track.
Yeah, it's really taking like the most disjointed, like weird parts of Mulholland Drive and then making a whole movie of that.
Yes.
It's another film where we explore kind of this idea of, in my opinion, like a disconnected psyche, because we have these two actors who end up working on this film, and
this film where it didn't get finished because the actors who originally did the film from the original director died.
They expired during the film.
Yes.
And then they scrap it, and then what ends up happening is that like the cycle repeats. These actors end up kind of embodying these characters, and then they can't determine what reality is.
Yeah.
And so sometimes they're in the real world but acting as their characters.
And there's also a little sub thing about like abuse of women.
Yeah.
Because it's also like the sub name is like
a woman in trouble.
A woman in trouble. And there's also the Lost Girl, which we deal with, which is in the beginning of the movie. And also the hotel room, where I knew it was like this movie's going somewhere when she's in the room with all the prostitutes, and it's freaking haunting because it's weird. David Lynch just has a flashlight on that, and it's so haunting. But then they do a dance number, to what was the song? Locomotion.
Yeah, Locomotion.
And it's the most eerie dance number I've ever seen. It was like, what the hell are we watching?
Yeah, it's and just to bring up something, David Lynch does the sound design.
Yes,
and he does a lot of the soundtrack himself.
The scene with the flashlights is a song that he did.
Yeah.
There was, I think I wrote, So Strange What Love Does. Oh, it's called Ghost of Love, sorry.
Yeah. This is a wild one.
Oh, there's also a remember the cookout with all the strange circus people? What was that?
Well, it's the Polish circus.
Yes.
That I guess the husband works with?
Yeah, I don't know. There's
it's like multiple narratives in one. There's a doppelganger thing going on.
There's a doppelganger. There's time travel. There's the one of the oddest scenes has Terry Crews in it is like when she gets stabbed.
Yeah. And
she's dying, and Laura Dern's dying in the alleyway, and she sees two homeless people, and Terry Crews is like next to the other homeless person,
and
doesn't show it's Terry Crews. He's just like.
And the woman just gives like a lecture.
Yeah, they're giving lectures about nothing while Laura Dern's over here dying.
Yeah.
But there is like one scene, two scenes. One is the climax was very. It reminds me of Lost Highway, where it's just like totally haunting stuff. Yeah. But probably the scariest shot of the movie, and it's probably one of the most famous shots of this movie, it's the shot where you're in the woods and you see Laura Dern from a far distance running, and she keeps running, and there's like this dread going on. What is going on? What is going on? She's getting closer and closer, and it's like impending doom. Yeah. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. Impending doom, and then she gets right in the camera with like a snarl. It's really scary.
Yeah, it's a lot of use of like a rictus like kind of smile.
Yeah.
That you see in Mulholland Drive and some of his other works, where it's just this. He really loves to play with that, like, it's almost like an uncanny valley, where it's like, it's...
Especially in Mulholland Drive.
It's this, like, mask of a face, of a like, expression that shouldn't be.
Also, the movie, I'm not going to spoil anything about the movie, but it ends with a dance number. And a monkey's there.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to know. It's one of the wildest... rides. I watched this at night.
Yeah. The
lights out. I was just like, what is it like 11 o'clock at night? I'm like, what is going on with this film?
I don't think I could really spoil it.
I
think talking about it right now is probably the most I've understood about it.
Yeah, like talking to someone about it makes me like, I understand this movie kind of. Not really.
It's just like you kind of see the images, you kind of try to follow the story, and then later on, you kind of start putting pieces together, and you don't know if they fit or not. They just all look like they're the same
funny
shape.
Thing is, I didn't have time this week to watch these supplements on it, but I plan on doing it. But one of the supplements, of course, has two short films. But one of the main ones is called More Things That Happen. 75 minutes of extra scenes.
This movie could have been longer.
Yes, it's kind of like with Fire Walk with Me. They had the basically a whole movie of deleted scenes. This is pretty much what it is. I don't even want to know. I'm afraid to watch it. What weird stuff did he film that ends up being like it was not? Was there stuff that was too bad for this movie? Was there something that's too scary for the movie? I don't know. I want to watch it. Also, a fun thing. I don't have it in front of me, but there's a booklet that shows how they transferred it, and it's probably one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time.
It's a nice little like a pictogram.
Basically,
flow chart.
You go from standard definition to HD, and then we have to smear it with mud, and then we got to add grain to it, and then we got to put it right back through HD, and then we got to put it through 4K. It's a whole bunch of stuff.
All for a movie that's just going to be in standard definition.
Yes. I mean, look at the cover. I mean, that's just... Come on. This is the original theatrical cover, too.
Yeah.
So Joe, here's a question for you. Would you recommend Inland Empire to the general audience?
No. And I say that as a David Lynch fan. This is going to be a hard sell. We've said this before with Lynch films where it's like, try these. If you want to dig deeper, go deeper. This is as deep as you can go.
Yeah, this is you struck gold with like the Lynch mountain.
There's no light in this depth. It's all blackness.
If you like
Lynch.
If you like the dark stuff from Fire Walk with Me, you'll love this.
Yeah.
If you think, what would David Lynch do if he was like a shot on video director from 1992? This is what it is.
Yeah. It's a really like, it's an experience watching it.
I'll say Laura Dern is outstanding in it.
Yeah. Well, here's my problem. It's so weird. I can't really determine who has great performances and who doesn't. Laura Dern and Justin Theroux are great.
Like her scene with like when she's in the interrogation room and she's like, got her makeup.
Yeah, she got the smear and makeup. Woo! She's great in that. But it's so weird. It's just a really weird movie. And I say if you really want to go like full bore into the Lynch void, this is the end. This is the end of the universe for Lynch. If you want to just have an experience watching a film, go ahead. But this is not something I'm going to recommend to people off the bat.
I've never done LSD or anything like that. I don't know if this would be a movie to watch on LSD. You might have a heart attack and die.
That is a bad trip.
Would I recommend this film to the general audience? I want to say no, because it's not accessible.
No.
But I'm going to say yes. Okay. Because I want everyone to watch it and just experience it. You might hate it. There's going to be people who absolutely detest this film. And I understand.
There's already people that detest this movie.
Some people are discovering this movie for the first time probably because it wasn't available on any streaming services. No. It still isn't, I don't think.
It's hard. It's hard to find. It was hard to find on DVD.
Yeah. I mean, that's why this is coming out. I had to buy it because you can't find it anywhere.
I'll probably buy it too.
It's one of the last David Lynch films I've not seen. Surprisingly, the other film I've not watched is Wild at Heart. Surprisingly, because I don't have a region free DVD player, and I actually got a region B version. So whatever. But I want you to watch it because there's gonna be people who hate it, and you know what? There's valid reasons of why you would hate it. It's not digestible. But if you like weird stuff, this is it. If you want to go to like what is the most like if you like stuff like Tetsuo the Iron Man or any other weird stuff like that, you'll love this.
Just to amend, I don't recommend it, but secretly, deep down, I want you to watch it.
Yeah, so
I want you to watch it and tell me what you think.
That means that's five thumbs up for this one because that makes sense, I guess, in Lynch world. Well,
Well, it
Yeah.
was the two thumbs you had now, the two thumbs you have tomorrow, which was actually yesterday.
And then there's like a
And
weird
then-
like half hologram in the middle dimensions me doing this.
Yeah.
That's our thoughts on Inland Empire. Let us know in the comments section below. What do you think about Inland Empire? Please. I would love to know what you think of Inland Empire. What's your favorite scene?
This is a real water cooler movie, so yeah, maybe you should watch it.
Yeah, please let us know in the comments section below. We're almost done all the Lynch films. It's all the Lynch films in the Criterion collection, unless they decide we're gonna do Wild at Heart, or they somehow get the rights to Dune.
Straight Story.
Straight Story, that's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, but they've done Disney now.
That's true. They did Wall-E. Yeah, Wall-E and Straight Story. There we go.
There you
Wall-E and Inland Empire are in the same collection.
This is why we do this show.
This is why Red Shoes and Inland Empire is in the same thing. Metropolitan and this film are in the same category.
What a
On the
life,
waterfront.
what a life we lead.
Was it Watership Down? Is also
But yeah, definitely comment and let us know. Like, give us any recommendations. Definitely tell us your thoughts. I really think this is going to cause a lot of comment threads of people going back and forth about how they love or hate this movie.
Mulholland Drive is still my favorite Lynch film. I feel like to me this is very. It's actually on the bottom, I think, for me. Like, I think Blue Velvet's better. I think Eraserhead. This is better than. I like this more Straight Story. I like the more weird stuff that David Lynch does.
I like this more than Dune.
Yeah, Lost Highway I like more than this movie. So it's kind of low on my list, but if you like David Lynch, go do it. Like, subscribe, and share. Follow us on Instagram, Condish Productions. So that's it. Until next time, I'm Wade.
And I'm still Joe.
And we'll see you later, or will we?